Welcome on this physics section. So today we want to be talking about aerodynamics. So aerodynamics is a study which focuses on the motion of air, in particularly with interaction or with a solid body. Okay. So now we all know that air acts like a pressure, alright? And the pressure is expressed in Newton per meter squared. When we see meter squared, we see that we're talking about an area. We're talking about an area, alright? So which means if you have to calculate the force which is given by pressure multiplied by area, then the bigger is your area, okay, the bigger is your force. Meaning, if we had to have a door somewhere here, if a door presents a bigger surface, then a bigger force will be applied on the door. And the other end, if a door presents an angle, okay, they say an angle there on the side, then the lesser force will be applied on the surface, knowing the surface is given by the height multiplied by the length. Alright, so now we want to talk about what happens when a vehicle is moving. Okay, so we realize that nowadays they've tried their best, engineers, technicians, to give an ideal shape to our vehicles in order to reduce the force of drag. The force of drag is the force that is applied on a vehicle. It can be a car, it can be a plane or whatever that is applied on a vehicle in motion by air. Okay, by air. And then it's given by 1 divided by 2 multiplied by the area of the object moving, thus multiplied by the mass volumic of air, okay, thus multiplied by the coefficient of drag, okay, the drag coefficient, if we can call it that way, and thus multiplied by the speed squared. Okay, so this is how you get the force of drag, right? So now we realize that the coefficient or the dragging coefficient varies according to the shape of the body or the considered body in motion. And the more your surface has, the bigger angle your surface has, the lower is your coefficient of drag. Okay, so if you can check that surface, it looks like an egg. Okay, so the more you approach the shape of the egg, okay, the lesser is your coefficient of drag. The lesser is your dragging coefficient, right? And after long studies, what happened? Like technicians, engineers have been trying to reduce the force of drag, and it's been happening that the coefficient of drag from those cars that we constructed in the ancient days, from 1920 up to somewhere in 1930, 1920, the coefficient of drag was somewhere there between 1 and 0.7. And since 1990, okay, up to now, the coefficient of drag is been there somewhere between 0.4 to 0.2. Alright, so this now I'm having an example with two vehicles having the same power of the same engine power. So let's consider that this car was made in 1920 or somewhere there, but the engine is a good engine. So this engine can go up to I don't know, 180 or 200 kilometer per hour, the same as that one. Okay, let's consider the same condition of the road. Let's consider the same engine power. Let's consider the same weight on our vehicles. Okay, yeah, let's consider these things besides the shape, beside the surface. Okay, all right. So if I consider the first example here, considering that our height here, okay, is 1.6 meters. Okay, and our length, our tangential length is 1.5 meter. The surface of the car is given by 0.9 multiplied by the height, the maximum height, times the length. This, which means we're going to have 0.9 multiplied by 1.6 multiplied by 1.5, and then I'm getting 2.14 meters squared. Right. And considering this shape according to the chart, so if you want, you can go on internet or Google somewhere there, you're gonna get the chart of the coefficient of drag. Okay, so according to this shape, so we have that shape there. Okay, if the air is coming that side, we have this shape. If the air is coming that side, this shape is almost the one that we're having there. We're having that shape there. Okay, that shape there, like the one that we're having there, is coming this side, and then this one here is 0.2. The coefficient is 0.2. So if we have to get the force of drag now, how we're gonna get it is we're gonna take 1/2 times area times the mass volumic times the coefficient. Now we need to know that rho here, which is the mass volumic of A, is 1.2 kilogram
per meter cube.
And then let's consider our vehicles. Both of them are having a speed of 130 kilometer per hour. All right. Okay. So in comparison to the air, okay. So if I can compare their speeds to the air is 130 kilometer per hour. And then if you have, we all know that speed is given in meter per second, which means 130 multiplied by 1,000, okay, to make it kilometer to make it in meter, divided by 3,600, okay, and this gives me 36.11 meter per second. Then our force here will be given by 1.2 multiplied by the mass volumic of A, which is 1/2 multiplied by 1.2, which is the mass volumic of the A, multiplied by the area, which is 2.4. Okay. Now that should be 2.16, sorry, which is 2.16. Okay, and thus multiplied by the coefficient of dragging, which is 0.2, and thus multiplied by the velocity, sorry, the speed, 36.11 squared, and this gives me the force is equal to 338 Newton. Okay, this is for the first example. So let's consider our second example. Okay, so now let's consider our height here being 1.7 meter and our length being 1.4 meter. So in this case, the surface of the area will be given by the same formula, 0.9 times height times length. This will be equal to 0.9 times 1.7 times 1.4. This gives me 2.14 meter squared. Okay, so now if I have to calculate the dragging force here, so the dragging force will be equal to 1.2, so that is the first case. The second case, 1/2, sorry, multiplied by 2.14 multiplied by, it's almost, the area is almost the same, multiplied by the mass volume of A, multiplied by 1.2, thus multiplied by the speed, 36.11 squared, and then this multiplied by the coefficient of dragging, which is 1 in this case, equal to 1. The first time, in that case was 0.2, but in this case, it's equal to 1. So now, we realize that our force is equal to 1,674 Newton. Wow, what a difference. What a difference. Realize that this shape here gives more or a bigger surface to the air to pressure the car or to resist the movement of the vehicle. Okay, and you should know that the force of drag is actually constitutes an average of 65% of all the force that resists the movement of the car, besides the friction, besides all of that. So if we put everything together, the friction force, everything, the lifting and weighing force, all of that, 65% of the resistance comes from the force of drag. So you need to make sure, we need to make sure about our force of drag if we have to conceive a vehicle. Okay, that's why nowadays our engineers and technicians are doing their best to get the ideal shape in order to reduce the force of drag. And the ideal shape so far that we know of is the egg shape, an oval. Okay, so you can see that. So this is the oval. Okay, and then A comes here and there, here and there, here and there. Okay, so it tries to penetrate through the air so that the force would be minimized. Okay. Okay, so it was a pleasure of mine sharing this video with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. And for now, I'm gonna ask you to take care of yourself. Okay, and I'm hoping to see you in the next session. For now, I'm gonna say bye.